Hey guys, this is Kasual with nerdhammer.net. I have a battle report here. This game is the first night we got to Crossroads on a Friday. You know, we got our hotel room set up, we get it to the gaming area, and there's tons of games going on, people drinking beer, having a great time. I met up with Nick from LongIslandWargaming and his crew with Chris and John. It was Nerdhammer versus Long Island Wargaming over a couple beers, so it was awesome to get some games with these guys. So as you can see, we got Long Island Wargaming, and let's get into deployment. For someone who takes pictures of battle reports like me and some of you guys out there, to have amazing lighting showcasing beautiful armies is just, it's a thing of beauty. Alright, so here we go. Here's my deployment. I got my Furies on the left. Soul Grinder tucked in behind to protect them from the Iron Blasters is my Skull Cannon. I would at least like to get one shot off with them before the Iron Blasters go to work. I have my Furies up in front. I got my Plague Drones in behind them. So I got two flying units back here to help redirect if I do get pressure in on my Pink Horror units. My General's up there in the front of the first Pink Horror unit. There's 15 Pink Horrors in there. I got my BSB General in the other Pink Horror unit, which I kind of feel like he should be on the inside here, closer to the Soul Grinder. But that's okay. I got my my big block of Plague Bearers who will be protected in the flank by that building as I move forward. My Beast, another solo Beast over here. I threw my dogs there just to remind me to bring them in every turn. And Nick's side over there. Let me make sure I have another picture. Yeah, there we go. He got a big unit of bulls and some LeadBelchers in behind, a Saber Tusk, his two Iron Blasters in behind, another unit of LeadBelchers, another unit of LeadBelchers, 5-6 units of Noblar Trappers. What a cool army to go up against. What you don't see is a BSB, and I'm sure if you follow his channel, there's been much discussion about that. So there's the rest of the zone, and Demons win turn 1. Well, what can you do against the LeadBelcher army, right? You gotta push up. So I do my absolute best of doing that. I bring the Soul Grinder over. The LeadBelcher shots absolutely do not frighten me. I'm strength 7. Even with his armor piercing, I don't care. It's going to be tough for him to get wounds. 1, to hit me at that range, and 2, just to get wounds in. I bring my Flyers over here. I'm not sure what the game plan is with them. I'm hoping I could maybe leapfrog in and tie up Iron Blasters. Not really sure how I'm going to play out on this side. I set up my Skull Cannon to take a shot at his Iron Blaster. I don't move up with the Plague Drones. I just don't want to take LeadBelcher shots before I really have to on them. I know their skirmishers are going to be long range, you know, they're toughness 5, but he has a lot of shots, and if anything can take him down, it's a lot of shots. So holding them back. Center of the board, not doing too much. As you see in the top right there, you see my Nurglings on the board there. They're coming in looking at some trappers. Really like having those guys spread out and, you know, try to work that backfield a little bit. Threw up my single Beast. See how he manages. If he wants to waste a unit of LeadBelcher shots on a single Beast, I'll take that 60 points all day. And let's see what happens. Oh, and the Skull Cannon does take off an Iron Blaster. 1 down, 1 to go. Yeah, I feel good about that. Just less shooting from Nick, the better. So turn 1, LeadBelchers. Okay, he shuffles around his lines. He's getting his LeadBelchers up to get the shots off that he wants. He brings his Saber Tusk up to chaff up my Soul Grinder. I think that's a great move. I doubt he wants that Soul Grinder in on that bull unit so quickly. If I go there, shuffles his lines around. He doesn't really. He only sends 1 trapper out to combat my Nurglings. I think that's kind of a mistake. I think the Nurglings win that, but you know, they have to do enough wounds to knock him down below steadfast, and he does have a banner, so that's going to negate any charges I have. The Saber Tusk eyes up my other Beast. Not sure what that's a picture of. And some close-up shots of the army because I think they look awesome. All the cool little conversions in the Noblar are just stuffing weapons in the cannons. Just looks so awesome. So in LeadBelcher's, it appears he killed my Soul Grinder. I actually don't even remember this part, but yeah, I assume it was a combination of shots and Iron Blaster shots. Yeah, Soul Grinder doesn't make it. So turn 2 demons. I take my Nurglings into his trappers, which they take 2 wounds for dangerous terrain. I can handle that. Shooting did do another wound to my single beast. I bring in up the threatened trappers and maybe LeadBelchers. If you can see, there's like a little area there. Maybe he'd be able to get in. Over here, I fly my screamers, you know, out of charge arc of the bulls, just threading some flanks here. I'm really not sure what my game plan is with them at this point, and I bring my furies right in charge arc of the saber tusk. I'm not really sure why. I just don't know. Don't know why I did that. It was a pretty dumb move. I'm sure I had enough range. Maybe I was more concerned with the bull's range of charging or threaten. I think I brought them up to so that if the bulls wanted to charge, that would clear up a flank for the screamers. Let me see if I get the mouse here. Yeah, if these guys would come in here, you know, these guys would be annihilated, but then I have an easy charge in the flank here. I think that was my idea, but I completely forgot that there was a saber tusk right in my flank that will definitely kill them. It made no sense. All right, moving on. Center of my lines. Now we start moving the drones up. I'm trying to get this optimal charge range that I can make a long bomb charge. You know, I really like to be able to be like 17, 18 inches away to surprise with those drones. Just shuffle things around here, trying to get the general in line of sight so I can drop some final transmutations on some LeadBelcher units. And I push up with my Nurgle units in the center. Just a shot of that. After combat, I guess I didn't do anything to them. I don't know, but I do reform and bring more into base to base. Over here, final transmutation goes off. And I think I take 1 LeadBelcher out of the scene, but that is going to force a stupidity test on everybody around him. So that's pretty awesome. I'm not sure how the Nobbler Trappers lost some guys there. So LeadBelcher's turn 2. The saber tusk definitely goes into the flank of my Furies, which was such a dumb move. He brings another unit of trappers in. I think that's a good move. He needs to get some more combat resolution. You know, they'll both be steadfast against me for a while. So, and that's a good move. But I'm okay with this. This is really tying up this side of the board, and with any help, I'm gonna blow through those trappers and not have to take any dangerous terrain on that right side. So, I'm okay with how this is shaping up. The Nurglings can hold up a turn or two. That'd be awesome. Just shifting his lines around. If you can see on my turn 2, which I forgot to mention, my dogs came in right behind his lines. And this is what I'm saying about the dogs, man. If they come in on turn 2, all of a sudden everything, your whole game plan has to change. As you see, Swift reformed LeadBelcher unit to shoot at the dogs, and I think that, you know, that's a pretty smart move. The dogs are only T3, so you know you can get some good shots on them and hopefully take some out. There are 2 wounds apiece though, which is, you know, helpful. After combat here, I lose the Nurgling base. God damn these trappers. There's 2 wounds on another base. He brought the other trappers up to chaff up the my other beast of Nurgle, and brought the dog over too to mess with him. I think after shooting, none of the dogs took any wounds, which kind of surprised me. He does a lot of shots to my Plague Bearers, which took off. Wow, that's like that's a lot. 7, 8, 9 maybe. So yeah, good round of shooting against the Plague Bearers for sure. Looks like he did 1 wound to a dog from shooting, so it's not bad. I'll take that. So I'm sorry, I must have these out of play. After combat, the Nurglings beat the trappers. One I think bounces off the board, and the other one just doesn't make it. Now they're in a really weird spot. There's only 4 of them left there, and they're fleeing. And if you look at the angle I have, I can't can't make a charge against the trappers because his LeadBelchers are in the way, and I can't make a charge against the LeadBelchers in the flank because the trappers are in the way. Yeah, it made for a weird position there, and it's just unfortunate to where they ended up. So we'll see how that works out. Over here, yeah, the Saber-Tusks did a number on the Furies, and they popped with only leadership 2. So that sucks. He did face his bulls to face my screamers, so I'm not really sure what my game plan is there yet. So Demons turn 3. There's an overall aerial view of the board. As you can see, I take my single beast of Nurgle into the trappers. I'm pushing up everywhere that I can. Now it's time to try to get in there and make some decent charges. I bring the Furies over here or the Screamers over here just to, I don't know, try to draw those Ogre Bulls out of the way a little bit. I kind of want my drones in alone on the LeadBelchers without any bulls messing around. If he wants to go after the Screamers, he probably will kill him. But that's even a decently long charge for Ogre Bulls, so we'll see how it works. My dogs go in, but they have to go in alone. I can't get my my Nurglings in, and I think I even forget to move the Nurglings. This makes the whole situation even worse. As you see, there's my single beast. He goes in, and one dog's dead. I think that was from a shooting last turn, or that was after combat. So LeadBelcher's turn 3. The Bulls do make that charge. Look at it. You can see his dice there. He got in with a 9. I think he needed an 8 or a 9. It was long enough that he could have failed it, and then those Bulls are out in left field, not doing anything, and then I could have just flew away. But they do make the charge. That's not going to be good for the Screamers. I'm pretty sure those Bulls can tear them up. Back to chaff work. Nick's doing an excellent job of slowing down my lines here. The trappers, I'm taking dangerous terrain every time I charge them, and it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you're staring down the barrel of only having like 23 plague bearers left, and you're losing a sixth of them, and then you're getting shot up again by LeadBelcher shots, it takes some work to get there. What I do like that's going on is my beasts are surviving. There's no wounds on them, and that's the unit that I think is the bigger issue to stop at this point. He tries to bring a Saber-Tusk over to help support the center. Can't really chaff the drones up with them, but at least maybe some counter charges later. Get that Saber-Tusk back in action. There is one wound on my drones that's from shooting, I assume. And then he puts down a comet. Oh, damn. So yeah, the comet goes down right there where the bottle cap is. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue, but yeah, you never know. I hope I'm past it before it comes down. He also brings a Saber-Tusk into the flank of my single beast. Doesn't get a flank bonus going against beast, but that's okay. It's Saber-Tusk gets two or three attacks each, strength 4, so he might be able to sneak some wounds through there. More shooting, more shooting at my drones. That's 3 wounds now, an extra 4 wounds total, so one's dead. Like I said in my preview video, they take a beating, man. They're always down 1 when I'm going in. Bulls make short work of the Screamers. Yeah, this one was a slaughter. I don't even think I did a wound to him. I even hit first. I got 3 attacks each, and I didn't do shit. After combat here, the beast beat the trappers as thought. I think there's 2 wounds there. His Saber-Tusk fled the other way, and I overrun to get rid of the trappers, or I run down the trappers, and now I'm in another horrible position because I forgot to move those Nurglings, and everything's looking at the best. And the I don't think the trappers fled off the board, so they're stuck there. I'm down one dog on the LeadBelcher's combat. He's down, I think, another LeadBelcher and a wound on 1. So the dogs are doing okay, but they need support. They're not gonna hang out forever. I really need to get some help in there. Turn 4 demons. So that's what I do. It worked out that if I charged somehow if I charged the trappers, we figured out that I would be able to actually complete the charge, but since their only reaction is to flee, that move happens first. We talked it out. I think it was right. I'm not 100% sure. I still need to pass a redirect test to go into the LeadBelchers. I did go into the flank of the LeadBelchers. Then I send the beast into the rear of the LeadBelchers, trying to help this combat. Hopefully this is enough to at least get them down, you know, break them or something, and get ready to take on more LeadBelchers. Over here, I pull a little tricky, and I bring the drones into the flank of the trappers, which I don't think Nick saw coming. That way I don't have to take the dangerous terrain on my plague bearers, but I will have to take, you know, 2 units of LeadBelcher shots. I do take my other beast into the trappers. I do fail 1 dangerous terrain, so there's a wound on that guy. Back here, I'm just trying to... I reform my guys so I can move my general around so I can see everybody that I need to cast Final Transmutation on. I'm bumping these guys up just a little bit, just getting them a little closer to the action, but I don't really need them to be that close. My magic has a good range. I know I don't talk about Final Trans much in this game, but there were some, you know, I was casting it a few times, and, you know, the stupidity test he was passing, but there was a failed one, I think, on an Iron Blaster. That was a really bad timing that he couldn't shoot at my my skull cannon. So the stupidity test on Final Trans, you got to remember them. That's the biggest key part of that spell. Remembering to force that stupidity test the next turn, because when I first started playing it, I always forgot it. But now it's a key part of what I'm doing, at least in this list. Moving the soul grinder or skull cannon around to take shots. I think there's 1 wound on the Iron Blaster at this point. After combat here, wow, I did a number on the dogs again. So I bring another Nurgling into the back row so that I can at least get a supporting attack out of him. There's 3 wounds on one of the bases, so, you know, I assume he's going to be dead soon. 2 wounds on one of his LeadBelchers. They stick around, but you know, I'm grinding them down. I really wish I had some combat resolution in here. I know I have a rear and a flank, but I don't have any banners, no ranks, so, you know, it's just been a sticky grind while I'm clearing out the rest of the chaff. After combat here, I just reformed the drones. Now I'm in a really good position. I can take my pick. Left LeadBelchers, center LeadBelchers, or the rear of the right LeadBelchers with the plague drone. So pretty happy how that worked out. The only issue I have is now the comet has 2 markers on it. That's going to come down soon, I bet. Turn 4, LeadBelchers. He's reshuffled his lines, trying to get his bulls back in action. I don't blame him. Shuffling his lines just to keep the shooting up, keep the pressure up. He got to whittle down my troops until I can smash in there, and hopefully there's not a lot left so he can beat me in combat. Seems to be the game plan. It's working so far. I mean, he's doing all right. I think his biggest target needs to be those beasts. Not being able to negate the regen with a flaming banner is really kind of hurting him, I think, and it's probably forcing him not to shoot at them with the plague bearers and some other targets on the board yet. I think this slide is labeled wrong. I think this is actually turn 5 demons. I did beat his LeadBelcher unit that last round, and then I dual charged the dog and the spawn into the LeadBelcher unit here. Let me see, turn 5 demons, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure how that worked out, unless that was a reform. Yeah, anyway. So I bring the skull cannon over. I'm still trying to take shots at his Iron Blaster, who just seems to be hanging around. Over here, yeah, I don't know what that picture was of. Anyway, so I charged the drones in with that beast and the dog that was in combat with the center LeadBelcher unit. Sliding over with the beast, they did take apparently took some wounds from the shooting last turn. Apologize, these pictures are out of order. It's getting pretty late in the night, and we had a couple beers, so I probably forgot. As you see, the comet there still has not come down yet, so that's pretty awesome. The beasts are definitely getting whittled down from the LeadBelchers and progressing forward. Backlines, nothing much going on here. After combat, he kills the last remaining drone that took heavy casualties from shooting. You know, 1 dog left, got a bunch of Nurglings left, and the single beast is still rocking out. yeah, so they stuck. Now, in shooting, I did kill his iron blaster, so that's awesome. After combat, um, yeah, a dog is dead. More wounds on the Nurglings. Turn 5 LeadBelchers. I don't know. I don't know what. Oh, this is the. He did beat. So after combat, he beats and pops my single plague bear, or my single beast, the last dog, and the Nurgling block all pop. He charges this LeadBelcher unit into one of the remaining beasts from the block of 4 beasts. So that's tough. At least I have a counter charge for my plague bears. And then over here, I don't know if these pictures. I guess I have the things wrong. Apologize for that. But anyway, Skull Cannon did kill. Charged in and killed his bull unit on my. I guess it was on my turn. I'm really just trying to make heads or tails of the pictures and the orders that they're in. And LeadBelcher's turn 5. Plague Bears go in. That unit gets popped and ran down, and that's the end of the game. As you can tell, the pictures at the end started just getting pretty sporadic and just all over the place. It was about, I don't know, 1:30 and maybe 8 to 10 bears, and I'm not really sure at this point. But yeah, it was a fun game. I think Nick had one LeadBelcher unit left and a dog or two, cat or two, but he conceded at that point. It was a great game. You know, I played Nick in my last Crossroads. We didn't really know each other then. I saw him the night before. I walked over to him, shook his hand, said, "Hey, I'm a fan of your channel, da-da-da." And we actually got matched up the next day, which was awesome. He kicked my ass with Skaven. So I guess this is a little bit of retribution. But I would much rather to win against the Skaven. But again, thanks to Nick and his crew. They were a bunch of good guys. We kept talking all weekend, and it was a really cool event. So thanks a lot, guys, and look forward to the Crossroads series coming up. I got 5 battle reports, 5 games. I should remember them a little bit better than this one because I wasn't as foggy during the tournament. So thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you on the next one.